walks among you.
Greetings YouTube, I'm here with another storytime video where I'm gonna talk to you guys about my weird roommate this year, and I actually mentioned it before in one of my previous videos where I said I might go more into depth about it, but yeah, I guess this is where it's at. This is me going more in depth with it. But before I jump into that, let me just say I'm a junior. I've had a roommate each year that I've been in college so far. So my first roommate that I had was actually, he was more just like an asshole, and I didn't really like him a lot. I called him out on his assholeness, and which made him more of an asshole. So that was a fun time. But luckily with that roommate, he had a girlfriend who had a solo dorm, and he basically just lived in her dorm most of the time, which means I basically had a double dorm to myself like 90% of the time, which was really cool. I was happy about that. It gave me plenty of like personal space and whatnot. But my second roommate, he was a really cool dude. Me and him got along really well. He was not like messy or anything, and me and him actually had pretty similar personalities, which was awesome. And we even hang out a little bit today. But jumping into my weird roommate this year, and my gosh, this guy's kind of he's a bit weird. He's definitely a weirdo, and I know I've said that a lot, but it is 100% true. This guy, what I know from him is he's not in state. He's out of state. I think he lives somewhere about in Pennsylvania or somewhere. I'm not sure, but I'm not going to mention any names here, just to keep their anonymous. Like, keep them anonymous or whatnot, because that'd just be mean if I started mentioning names and whatnot. But I do know he's like some music major, but I never really see him hang out with anybody. He's kind of a loner or whatnot, but he's always kind of just by himself, mostly like studying. I know he does like a lot of credit hours, which is actually crazy. And he's also 1 year below me. He's a sophomore, while I'm a junior this year. But some of the weird things he does, like I'll be watching like YouTube videos, like a funny YouTube video, just laughing. It's nothing crazy. It's just a little bit of chuckling here or there, like just like what normal people do. But then he'll be on his desk, like in the corner of the room, like tapping on it real hard against the wood every time I laugh. It's something I notice, but I don't really care about it, because I mean, if he doesn't have the cojones to confront me about it, then it's not going to bother me. But really, that's kind of weird. Like, how is laughter like bother somebody? And it's not just laughter. Sometimes if I make like a small little outburst, or if I'm talking with friends online or commentating on videos like this, and he's in the room, he'll just get annoyed generally, and I'm like, really? But I don't know. He's kind of a weirdo in that sense. But I also one time walked into the room, and he's like, he always cuts his like toenails like onto the floor, and then he'll like scoop it up and put it in the trash, which is 100% disgusting. You should never do that, because it's just weird. But he always does it in his corner of the room, luckily, which is a great big mess too. I'm always a clean person, very organized, but he has this corner of the room where his desk is and all his, like, half his stuff is, and it's just very messy right there. And also, when I first moved in and we first started rooming, I started to notice like a weird smell whenever he'd enter the room, or like just get done with a shower. Of all things, the room would start smelling when he'd get done with a shower and start like hanging up his towels or something. I could never figure out like where the smell was coming from, but I actually had to go to the store and buy like some Febreze and spray it around the room like every time I'd smell the smell. I don't know what it was, but I've never had that before with any of my roommates, but it's always this kind of weird smell. I have no idea, but yeah, so that was interesting. And he's you know, he's kind of like he even kind of looks weird too. He doesn't just act weird. He's like this tall, nimble guy with like no muscle to him. I mean, I don't know, he's kind of looks like that stereotypical like tall nerd or whatnot. He doesn't have glasses though, but I don't know, like, he never does anything that specifically annoys me, so I never so I've never bothered to talk to him about it, but it's just funny observations that I've made over time. But yeah, I guess I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of laid-back, funny video. But yeah, let's just have a nice rest of your day. Science has proven that generosity leads to happiness, so if you're feeling generous, please leave a like and subscribe. Thank you for watching the video. Take care and peace, people.